Demons and their origins and powers. We're going to go through this. Let's go through the doctrine of the creation of angels, okay? That's called angelology. First of all, God created all angels. From them, 2/3 obeyed and served him. That's what Revelation tells us, chapter 12. 1/3 of them rebelled and went with Satan. Some of those are so bad that they had to be imprisoned. They're actually, and here, if you want to look up here, this Tartarus, that is the prison house where the angels that were in the time of the flood in Genesis 6, some of the angels at the time of the flood were so bad that God sends them in chains, and they're chained down there. So that's one group. Another group that's down there chained, that Genesis 6 group can never get out. They're waiting for the lake of fire. They were so bad, they're in chains, and every day they're counting down until they're thrown in the lake of fire forever. By the way, that's what the hell was made for those. Jesus actually said that. He didn't make it for people. It was made for the devil and his angels. There's another group that we're going to meet right here in Revelation chapter 9 that are so malignant, so lethal, so deadly that God keeps them in here, because if they were loose, they would kill all the people. They're kind of like the ultimate monsters from any movie you've ever seen. Okay, back to the screen. God created all, and 2/3 obey and serve him, and 1/3 rebelled, and some are in prison. But look at this. Most of those myriads of angels are not, and those are the demons. The next slide. When the demon prison is opened, you get a preview of hell with relentless terror. Now just take a minute and look with me in Revelation chapter 9. See, right here is Revelation 9. This is what it says is going to happen. That's the very last book of the Bible, Revelation chapter 9. And it says, "And I saw the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fallen from heaven to the earth, and to him was given a key to the bottomless pit," the abyss. So he's given a key. He comes from heaven to earth, gets a key, goes down here to the bottomless pit, and in Revelation 9, he unlocks the pit. Let me keep reading what happens. Verse 2, "He opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit like smoke of a great furnace. The sun and the air on the earth," the people that are on the earth are noticing the sun is blocked. "The air was darkened because of the smoke, and out of the smoke came locusts. And to them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power, but they were commanded not to harm anything on the surface of the earth, but only those men who have not the seal of God in their foreheads." Whoa, what's that? Did you know they're actually going to be during the tribulation? That's why I can't wait till hour 11, when you understand and put all this together. But there are going to be people alive on earth during the tribulation that are Christians, that are saved. Now, most of them are not going to be there, because before the day of the Lord, which is the tribulation, there's going to be this event called the rapture. That's when all believers in the church are taken out of this world, so that Satan is no more restrained from doing his thing, and he just unleashes his plan with the Antichrist. That's all future class. Keep reading. But the believers, those who do not have the seal of God in their forehead, verse 4, these monsters were not given authority, verse 5, to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. And their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. In verse 6, those days people will seek death and not find it. They desire to die, and death will flee from them. Back to your slides. When the demon prison is open for just that little bit, it's a preview of hell. It's relentless terror. The next slide. Each of the angels we read about in God's Word has power that exceeds anything we can humanly understand, as even possible by the laws of the physical world as we know it. But here's the good news. God is absolutely all-powerfully greater than everything that is anywhere. And this word all is omni, and this word powerful is potent. So that's one of those two put together. Omnipotent is one of the attributes of God, and that's who we serve. In the next slide, angels are supernatural and super powerful creatures. As far as we know, they are indestructible. They can't be killed or destroyed. They can travel the universe effortlessly. They have no spaceships. They don't have to rest or sleep. In fact, it doesn't even seem like they need to eat, according to the scriptures. They're supernatural, super powerful creatures. Now look up for a second. Those are the aliens. Those are what all the science fiction movies are about. These creatures with glowing eyes, with powers that they have, those are angels. And the fallen angels, the demons, are what we would call the extraterrestrials, the UFOs, and all that. Satan is doing everything he can to get people to doubt God's word. And if you doubt God's word, if you think there are other planets out there are other planets out there, but there aren't other intelligent human life that are in the image of God. There are demons, though. There's all kinds of activity in the universe. The real aliens that fill this universe and that all of our science fiction movies that everybody immerses himself in are about are products of Lucifer's rebellion. They are Satan's demons, and they're part of this cosmic war against God. Back to your slides. So they're the supernatural, super powerful creatures, but God is greater than the sum of all he created. The universe plus the earth plus the spiritual world, he made all three. He made the entire universe, he made the whole earth and all these creatures, and he's greater than the sum of all of them. The Bible does say this, that there are angels and demons. Lucifer was an angel. See, the angels are the good guys and the demons are the bad guys. So these are the positive and these are the negative. The positive team, Lucifer, he's called the guarding cherub. He was a cherubim. There are other cherubim. In fact, a cherub is one and cherubim. The IM is Hebrew for plural. There are 7 archangels, the 7 spirits that stand around the throne of God. There are also these seraphim that minister in the heavenly temple. We see them in Isaiah 6. We already saw them in an earlier class. And then there are just angels, and there are lots of them, and they're all through the scriptures. Next slide. Let's look at the opposing team, the bad guys. The angel of light is Satan. His highest angel is called the destroyer. We'll meet him in a minute. There are horrible monsters of the destroyer. Look up here. They're the ones that are being kept in the abyss. And those, the destroyer and the accompanying monsters are there right now on earth in the pit called the abyss, chained up, some of them, and others just penned up. Back to the slide. The doomed angels, they're the ones that are chained up and can't get out from Genesis 6. Daniel chapter 10, so Daniel 10 tells us that there's a prince of Persia, there's a prince of Greece, these are the nation princes. Then Paul introduces us to principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual hosts of wickedness, and then there are tons of just plain old demons. You see them all the way through the Gospels.